We started building our wall. I'm so proud of it. We started. We have 1.6 billion. And we've already started. You saw the pictures yesterday. I said, what a thing of beauty. And on September 28th, we go further, and we're getting that sucker built. And you think that's easy? People said, oh, has he given up on the wall? No, I never give up.
President Trump vowing to get that sucker built. Next hour, we'll hear from the Customs and Borders Control with an update, in fact, on the border wall. Right now, though, to retired Lieutenant Colonel Alan West on just how it should be paid. Colonel West, thanks for joining us.
Happy Easter, Charles.
Happy Easter, sir. More recently, in the last week, I guess, or so, there's been some scuttlebutt about maybe the Army Corps of Engineers somehow being able to build a wall. I know that there's, congressional questions about whether or not that can be done. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it would be very interesting because there's a thing called posse comitatus, and that's one of the laws where we don't allow the federal forces, our military forces, to be used here homeland. Now, what the president could do, he could nationalize National Guard units. You have many construction engineer units in the National Guard or in the reserve forces even, possibly, to go down and participate in constructing of that wall. But again, I think that you probably want to leave the use of the National Guard up to those governors in the states, and allow the governors in the states maybe to help out with some of the border security that is going on, being it in California, Arizona, and over into Texas.
So where are we? This is something that a lot of Trump voters, this is probably of all the things that were promised on the campaign trail, item number one, build that wall. It got the most excitement at the rallies. People are really excited about it. We're in the midst of an opioid epidemic. We learned yesterday 63,000 deaths at the latest count. We know the fentanyl is coming across the border. There are other reasons, economic as well. Can it eventually, or will it eventually be done?
Well, that's the big concern, because in Washington, D.C., it's all about the spending priority. And if you look at the omnibus spending bill that was passed last week, $1.3 trillion, you really cannot discern what the priorities are when you look at that spending. Sure, we had an increase in the Department of Defense budget, but let's see if those funds go down to the men and women who are out there on the front lines, or it just goes to the bureaucracy and the wasted acquisition programs. And when you look at the non-defense discretionary spending, the infrastructure, which would, I think, include also a border wall, we did not see that being as prioritized as it should have been. So I think that that's one of the things, if you go back to the drawing board in the Trump administration, we need to make sure that we have the right priorities for the defense discretionary and non-defense discretionary spending.
I want to switch gears here. Russia test launching Satan II. It's a ballistic missile with apparently amazing capabilities. This amid reports that President Trump actually warned Russia's Vladimir Putin that America would win an arms race. So was this his retort to that, Colonel?
Well, let me tell you, one of the things that Vladimir Putin should come to understand, that when Gorbachev tried to get into an arms race with Ronald Reagan, he lost badly. As a matter of fact, when Ronald Reagan was asked, how do you define winning the Cold War? He said, we win, they lose. And so we caused an economic collapse of the Soviet Union because they could not keep up with us. That's the exact same thing that Vladimir Putin faces today. And that's why our energy security, our oil and natural gas, to be able to supply that to those Eastern European countries so that they don't have to depend on Russia. But we've got to make sure that we have that credible military deterrent and threat.
I get the feeling, Russia, China, they monitor America very closely, and they see how difficult it was for President Trump to get any kind of money for the military, even a raise in pay. They see how afraid we are at a trade war, and the idea that a television set may go up $10. I think they may think we've got a soft underbelly. You couple that with technology advancements, and maybe it's not so far-fetched to make one of these hypersonic missiles like it was back in the day. They might be emboldened here.
No, you're absolutely right. And when you look at military capabilities, Russia, China, and the United States, we're starting to have near-peer equivalents, especially when you see some of the ground combat systems that are out there. And we know that China is heavily investing into their maritime capability. And as they're building these islands out there in the South China Sea, they are equipping them with surface-to-ship missiles. So they are making that move. And what they see is that we have not paid attention to our military over the last 8 some odd years. And again, like you said, weakness is very enticing to despots and dictators.
Colonel West, always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Happy Easter.
You too.